What we're presenting today is a report that highlights really the fiscal condition of the Commonwealth. It's a report that we plan on issuing every quarter. And what it does is really designed to basically highlight where we are with the revenues for Puerto Rico, where we are with the spending, highlight any concerns that we have, focus on long-term financial planning and what we see as either headwinds or positive things as we go forward. Before Promesa, the Commonwealth was overestimating revenues, underestimating expenditures, and it's important to remember this is how we got to the fiscal crisis. And if you just look at this chart, it's actually somewhat surprising, for me anyway, when I first saw it, in that the light blue line is the actual expenditures, and the gray line is the revenue. And it was completely reversed as to the way it actually should be, right? The revenue line should always be higher than the expenditure line, not the other way around. And you can clearly just see from this table, that is how we got to the fiscal crisis, right? Because in order for you to spend more than you were taking in, you had to borrow, you had to continue, and that led to the fiscal crisis. I raise that because as you get to where we are today, we're controlling spending so that you don't have this happen again. But that requires a discipline on the spending side. After Promesa, we have fiscal balance, right? Fiscal balance is being maintained because we're coordinating with the government and we're requiring that the budgets are in line with revenues for fiscal balances. So now you see a correction, right? Revenues are now higher than expenditures, and that's the way it should be. But why is that happening? It's largely happening because we are requiring that you cannot spend more than what we think we have in revenue. So again, the report is short, so I hope that you all take some time to read it. It is the first in a series that we hope to do quarterly. It is based on actual data that we see. So the goal is to keep a public, transparent dialogue about where we are, what the fiscal condition is, because you have to understand where you came from, where you are, in order to see kind of where you're going.